I spent 1.5 years creating the product, creating the course, putting it all together, having all the recipes, the workouts, the documents,
the videos,
literally
the tools.
1.5 years thrown into the bin. That is the biggest failure that you will ever have.
One of the biggest business lessons we've learned at the beginning was when we wanted to create a new product for our audience, because we knew that's what they needed. We spent more than 1 year building it. We had 3 people in our team helping us out for 1 year, paying salaries and expenses, only to find out that when we launched it, nobody actually wanted it. So if you are building your course, your program, your membership, or whatever you are building right now, and you don't know if that's gonna work, stop right there. Because you want to know before you build the program, the product, that it's gonna sell. And how do you know if it's gonna sell? If you sell it before you create it. If you are in the position where you are building your course, or you are procrastinating on launching it because you're a little bit afraid, or you don't know exactly how to go about it, you don't know if it's going to crash it on the market, if you're gonna sell it, this is what we're gonna talk about right now. So how to pre-sell a digital product before you even create it.
I was in the same situation as well, where when they said, oh, we need to pre-sell a product that has not been created yet. And me personally, I felt like I was cheating my people.
You didn't want to do it. You were so against it.
So we pretty much did it anyway, because I was stubborn and I wanted to create a product in order for me to have it there, to have it in place, to then sell it. How can you sell something that you don't have in your hands? How can you explain what you do? How can you put it out there and make it tangible for people, especially when we are selling a digital product where we have nothing tangible? That was my stubbornness, and I said, that's okay, doesn't matter, I'm gonna do it anyways. So I promise you, I've created about 1 million courses, and I've created, especially the latest one that I have created, which unfortunately, I'm not saying it was a flop, but it didn't go as well as I thought it would go. I spent 1.5 years creating the product, creating the course, putting it all together, having all the recipes, the workouts, the documents,
the videos,
literally
the tools.
1.5 years thrown into the bin. So this is why I want you guys to think about how to pre-sell the digital product and then put it out there.
Because the thing is, you might be the expert in your field and you might have a clear idea of what your audience really needs, right? And that's why you want to build it first, so that you are ready. But what you don't know yet is that all of the things that you're taking for granted, because you are already talking from the top of the mountain. You already have the experience, but they don't. And you might get things wrong if you build it and then try and sell it later, because you might get the format wrong. Maybe you're thinking about a course, instead it should be a membership. Maybe it should be a course, instead you're thinking about an accelerator program. We didn't even know what that was back in the days. Or maybe it's like a WhatsApp group, because that works better with what you're trying to do. So you might not get that right. Or maybe the pricing, the delivery, everything. So what do we do?
Once you have your community, once you've got your people, ask them exactly what they want, what they're looking for, and especially give them a taster of all the pointers that you want to touch upon. So if your course, let's say, has a specific framework, show that to them and say, would you guys be interested in something like this? If they buy it and they actually give you money for it, then you know that that's exactly what they're looking for. If you create a course that you think they might need, because you know exactly what your people want, know exactly what they need, and then once you spend 1.5 years building it and then you put it out there and it's cricket, that is the biggest failure that you will ever have. Put it all down into pointers and then offer it to them. Offer them a founding member price, something that they can build with you.
If you need to pre-sell your program before you build it and you don't know what to put on a sales page because you haven't done it yet, perfect! we've got a guide for it, a copywriting guide that will make you write a sales page that sounds like you, doesn't sound like a salesperson, if you know what I mean. It's completely free. This is not fluff. This is real value taken out from our coaching program, and it's for you for free. Download it in the link below, and we're gonna send you an email every day so that you can implement what's in the guide, and it's all for free. Do it right now, sell it before you build it. Now let's carry on with the video.
We created our program, the Offer First program, with our founding members. And it's funny with the things that came out. Some people said, I loved that it was live, but it was a little bit too much. Would have been better if I had something that I could listen to before we even got to the lives. So everyone has got specific needs. Everyone also, remember, learns in a very different way. So maybe it is for you to understand what you need to put together in order to be delivered. That was for me a massive discovery. I had no idea. Well, you do learn. Now I know that people might be interested in a different way of delivering a certain program. Also, I tell you another thing. Something very wrong I did with my ballet fitness program was I didn't have a continuous support after the program, after the 6 weeks program were done. So I pretty much had no leverage on them to keep them accountable, and people started falling off. So I kept on giving and no one was paying anymore. And I said, what am I showing up for? They're not showing up. I've lost contact with them. The whole program was pretty much gone.
You lost motivation.
I lost
They
motivation.
lost motivation. There was too much stuff. So of course I'm the man of the frameworks. So I just wanted to give you something a bit more like a formula that you can use if you're not sure what to do. So sometimes because you know too much, you think that people, in order to get the results that you can produce to them, need to know as much as you. Or maybe you want to over-deliver because you are not secure of yourself. People just want their problem to get fixed, and in the shorter amount of time. So if you can just group your community, maybe you have some followers on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, wherever they are hanging around right now, try and make them raise their hands and think about just the blueprint of your course, of your product, and follow this framework, which is what we've done. Then in all of our next sales that we've done, and it worked for us very, very well. The formula is just think about a product that help fixing a specific problem to a specific type of people within a specific time frame. So there are 3 elements that would immediately call the specific people, your niche, to see if they want that problem fixed and if you have the right time frame. Because of course, for example, if you're doing weight loss, you know that it's going to take forever sometimes to achieve that goal. But if you think about maybe if I can make them lose 5 kilos in 12 weeks, that's a bit more digestible. I can get them going, and I want to talk to you about only to men over 40, for example, because they've got different genetics. I can speak to them in a specific way, and it's way more specific for them to be attracted to me more directly. So that's a much more easy offer to say, listen, I'm gonna follow you for 12 weeks, one-to-one. I haven't prepared anything because I want to specifically deliver value to you. Are you in and are you out? We are building it together, but it's going to be tailored for you. This is what we found be the best thing to pre-sell your course and make it better for your audience, not worse. And it saves you a ton of time if nobody says, I want it. So if nobody wants it, you don't build it, and you tweak it and try again. So that's how you do it.
But what if you don't feel good about a program that you haven't built yet? Not to mention selling it, right? So if you feel that way about it, you watch this video right now, it's gonna change your mind about selling. And if you think it's evil, you shouldn't think that way. And this is the reason why you should watch this video right now.